Welcome back, guys, to T2SMC Trader. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. So this is gonna be the first or introduction video or introduction live for ICT concepts. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll try to come here either by live or by making some videos so that it can be a series for learning the ICT concepts. Today's video is I'm gonna explain here what you are going to learn from this series or this mentorship. I'll talk about that a bit. It's gonna be a very small video. But before that, I would love to make sure that you are not able to write down anything over here. So the live chat will be switch off so that you will be able to take the notes. Make sure that you will have the pen and the paper to take the notes. And if you have any question, you will write it down. Then later when the session will be done, or if I upload the video, make sure that you have asked your question to the comment box. So if you have any confusion or question from that specific session, I will see your question, and then if I know the answer, I will give you the reply or answer to my next episode. This is how this whole concept will keep going, or this series will keep going. So please make sure that you have pen and paper, because the most important thing is your pen and paper. About the expectation, don't think that after watching all of the videos or everything, you'll be like a pro trader. Not Don't think like that way. It should be like time. Time should be the most important part over here. That means in time, you will be a better trader. Okay, whatever you are right now, you will be a better trader. That's my promise to all of you. Everything I will talk over here, I will go from the very beginning. That means if you know about ICT today, you have no idea what is these concepts, then this is the right place for you. So you will be able to start your journey from here. Okay, so everything is going to be from the very beginning, like fair value gap, liquidity, everything. Every single day, I will try to go step by step. Some specific day, I will target some specific things. For example, some days I will talk about the liquidity, and until the liquidity concepts is not 100% clear, I will keep going. So maybe this episode I will talk about the liquidity. It's not done. I will come back to the next episode. I will keep continue that talking about that liquidity. Then next episode talk about the liquidity. This is how I'll keep going until that is not 100% clear. When that will be 100% clear, then I'll go to the next step, maybe the fair value gap. As in the market, we have a lot of fair value gap. So I'll come back. I'll go with every kind of fair value gap except one fair value gap. That is the first fair value gap over here. Except the first fair value gap, I will talk about every other things in this series. When I will go here step by step, every single day I will give you some task. Make sure that you have done your task. So if I tell you go to Monday's price action or Friday's price action, and then find out that specific fair value gap, or maybe mark that buy side liquidity, see how it has taken that liquidity. All you have to do is you have to do that. I told you to do this, you have to do that. This is gonna be the practice session. Okay, so in everyday session, I will try to give you some task. Make sure that you have done the task. If you miss the live session, make sure you come back and you watch this session, because it's not going to be too long. Maximum 20 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes 1 hour, maximum 1 hour. That's going to be the length of the session or the video. It will depend actually when and which day what I'm talking about. Depending on that concept, the time will be distributed over here. So it's not gonna be long video. I am pretty much sure that it's not gonna be long video. There are some consequences in this series. You will learn that consequences. That means after some specific thing, what should happen, and if that happens, after that, what should you expect? If you understand that consequences perfectly, this will help you to take entries or late entry. That means even if you miss the run at the beginning of the run, if you miss the entry at the beginning of the run, How can you take re-entry when it is already gone from there? As well as I will talk here premium discount, which I don't talk about in my lives I mean streaming. I'll talk about optimal trade entry and lot other things I don't usually talk about in my life. Okay, I don't use, for example, SMT. I'll try to clear that SMT concepts as well. Everything I'll go one by one, and as long as it's not 100% clear, I will keep continue that topics in several episodes. My request is excuse me, my request is don't focus on my pronunciation, my accent. Try to understand what I'm trying to deliver you. If you focus over there instead of my accent, of my pronunciation, I am gonna promise you, brother, you will be better. I'm not saying that you will be the best, but you will be better, at least better than me. I know myself what I'm doing. You will be better than me. That's my promise. If you focus everything, because my psychology is like your psychology is 1,000 times better than me. In this series, I will talk about the psychological part as well, some specific episode where I will give you some specific task about the psychology. So this whole thing you have to follow. Make sure that you are going to follow everything. So this video is gonna be the introduction video, as I told at the beginning, and everything needs an introduction. So this is all gonna be the introduction video. Before completing this video, I would love to talk about some specific thing here from my morning session. I'd love to add the 15-minute chart. Here is that 15-minute chart. I just told in the morning session that if it comes to this new week opening at 50%, then I will keep looking for only this low of that new day opening gap. So until it doesn't come here, I will keep looking for buy. Okay, after just explaining this, I'm gonna close my session, because to be honest, it's not gonna be the learning session today. It's just an introduction session, and I believe that my introduction is done. You all already got the information what you are going to get from here, everything from step by step. So I'll just talk about this and I'll finish this stream today. I'll come back tomorrow, inshallah, again. Next episode you are going to get in Wednesday around 1 to 2 p.m. I don't know exact time, but around 1 to 2 p.m. When I told that if it come here to the 50% of that new week opening gap, why and how, you don't need to think about that. You just focus what I'm saying. If it come here, most probably it will go to the high of this new week opening gap. So the new week opening gap high is here around this area. Inside this new week opening gap, I have another new week opening gap over there. So until market doesn't reach to the low of this new week opening gap, I will keep looking for buy. I will start to look for sell again if this market come close below this low of that new week opening gap. If it come here close below this low, I will start to look for sell. Until then, I don't care about this market. If it keep falling until this area, I don't really care. I will only look for buying opportunity. Now I'm coming to 1 minute chart. So this is 1 minute chart, and all of you know that from 11:30 to 12:50 I don't trade. So 11:30 to 12:50 is the lunch hour to me. After 12:50 I will start to look for a buying opportunity. Market came here to that specific candle. It came here. What I'm looking for, I'm just looking for buying opportunity. No sell is valid to me, just the buying opportunity. It came here, take that liquidity, failed to take this low. You are going to learn this thing as well. Why this is sell side liquidity? I mean, even before taking this sell side liquidity, why I will look for buy? How can I look for that buy? You are going to learn this as well. So don't worry about this right now. No need to worry about that. As I'm looking for buying opportunity, all of this lunch hour, whatever happens, I really don't care about that. After 12:50, which is this specific candle, market went a bit higher, fall again, took that low or relatively equal lows. Every kind of relatively equal lows has been taken. Tap to the new day opening gap high over here. Liquidity has been taken. All I need a market structure shift. If I get a market structure shift, I will start to look for a buying opportunity. Here, this high has been shifted over there. Now, some of you can say that this is the market structure shift. I'm really not interested to mark this one as my market structure shift. The reason is this is not the swing high, which is valid for shifting market structure. You are going to learn this as well from this mentorship. Just let it go right now. Just listen what I'm saying. This is another swing high, which is valid for shifting market structure. Market came back again until this area, didn't leave any relatively equal lows. Perfectly gave me the market structure shift here. This is the perfect market structure shift. All I need an immediate reaction from the entry fair value gap, where I have this entry fair value gap. Just not going to mark the breakaway gap, but you know where is the breakaway gap. Just below this entry fair value gap, this is the breakaway gap. I will start to count the candle. 1, 2, 3. Within 3 candle, if market trade this bullish fair value gap, I'm interested to go for the buy. If it takes 4 candle, no, I'm not interested to take the buy. This candle tapped to this entry fair value gap. Now it came to this breakaway gap. Why you are not going to wait for that? Because if it trade this breakaway gap, it's a low probability. I don't expect that market is coming here to trade this breakaway gap. I would love to see it will be untouched. Even if it would love to trade a bit, it can trade it 50%, it can trade it. But when it trade the breakaway gap, it's a low probability. You can say why it's not going to come back until the 50% of that discount and premium. Don't worry, you are going to learn this as well. Okay, so everything you are going to learn in this mentorship, just right now, focus over here. It came to this fair value gap over here. That will be my entry. I will start to look for my relatively equal highs around this area. So all I can see, there is relatively equal highs here, and that week 50%. So this week 50% is important, because if market really would love to fall, it should not breach the 50%. So it was heavy, failed to reach until the 50%. So it was heavy over here. If it could close above the 50% of this week, that means this market is now bullish. It is reaching for that specific line. You know that from the morning session, right? You are with me in the morning session. I told you clearly that this is gonna be my target. I don't care if market keep falling. I don't care about that. So all of this fall, I don't care. I will only focus on the buying opportunity. Trade this entry fair value gap. Didn't trade the 50% of this breakaway gap, or whatever it is. It has traded until this area. I'll try to take a partial around this liquidity level. I will hold my trade until this new opening gap. Until market doesn't reach over here, I am just not interested to look for any kind of selling opportunity. Every single time you will focus on partial. Partial is the secret ingredient for being profitable. Here, this is gonna be my buy. Stop loss should be below the candle which has built this breakaway gap. That should be the stop loss. I'm just showing you the exact way how to trade this one. This relatively equal highs, this high and that high, which is below this 50% of that week, because it can reverse from that 50%. There's nothing wrong if it reverses from that 50%. That will be the partial. After taking the partial, I will put my stop loss to the break even, or maybe I'll trail my stop loss over here. I don't know. I mean, right now I'm not interested to say that. That is my target, which I'm going to expect today market will go around this area, new day opening gap low, to that specific line. If it can went through this area, I think I missed something. Let me actually go to the 15-minute chart one more time to find out the area. Okay, so here, sorry, not that one. This should be the target. Okay, I mean this new week opening gap, not the new day opening gap. It should be the new week opening gap. So I'll just mark a line so that I will be able to see this when I'll be in 1-minute chart. So that line will be my target in 1-minute chart. This is that 1-minute chart. So I would love to mark my target until this new day opening gap low. Now it will go through this, it will come there. I don't care. I know that if market trade that 50% of that new week opening gap, which is here, today's new week opening gap, if it come here, it will come there. to the top of this new week opening gap. It will come there. This is my extreme liquidity or extreme line where I'm expecting market will go. So I will never hold my trade until this area. This is that most specific target where I'm expecting market will go. I'll close my trade over there. If you look for risk to reward ratio, 1:2 risk to reward ratio. Stop loss has to be there. It has to be there. You can't skip it. In the meantime, all you have to do is you have to take a partial to this relatively equal highs. Around this area, you have to take a partial, then you will hold your trade until this new week opening gap low. Then it will go through this, it will come here. We don't need to worry about that. So I guess guys, whoever was with me around the morning session, you all know that how this market has to be traded or how you should trade it. Like this sell side liquidity, how around 9:30 market should go higher, then it should fall for this liquidity. Then you have to wait for a bearish gap to feel or think about more sell. If it doesn't do that, then you have to wait for a 15-minute bullish gap. From 15-minute chart, you have to wait for a 15-minute bullish gap. It doesn't need to trade this bullish gap, but it has to make the bullish gap. After seeing this bullish gap, you have to think all other PDRA if you don't have the buy side liquidity. As we didn't have the buy side liquidity, so we were waiting to see a body close above this new day opening gap, which is here. After closing above there, then we started to look for buying opportunity from all of this area. If we could go for the buying opportunity. So in the morning session, if you remember, here we have outlined a buy there, took the partial here around this area above that high. There was a partial over there from this parallel gap. So I guess guys, it's a nice introduction video from here. If you really like it, don't forget to push the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And until the next episode, cheers guys.